Hello there, and welcome to my training on 8 ways to get shredded in December in only 8 minutes without giving up booze over Christmas. And I think you'll find that number 7 is going to absolutely blow your socks off. But just like my little Santa Claus here, he's enjoying his glass of red wine, guilt-free, and he's still going to be in great shape. And that's what it's all about. You're going to be able to enjoy yourself. You're going to be able to enjoy whatever drink it is that you drink and still be able to get into the shape of your life, essentially. So let's get stuck into it. So what usually happens over Christmas? Well, more food is eaten, usually more sweets, more crisps, more snacks, and probably just like the more indulging in like the likes of like turkey and ham, all and sandwiches, all that sorts of stuff. So more food is eaten. And then as well with all the social events and all the Christmas parties and family, events, there's going to be a lot more booze consumed as well over the Christmas period. And because it's Christmas, people are winding down. They've had a busy year, or a busy month in December. They're starting to wind down over Christmas, and essentially then they don't stay as active. And then, as I said here, less activity is then done, which then usually results in people then putting on weight over the Christmas period. So instead, what you should be doing then is trying these 8 things that I have here. So number 1 is to track your food and drink. So if you have an idea of what kind of food you're eating and the drink you're having on a daily basis, then you're more likely then to stay within the calorie targets that you need in order to lose weight or in order to maintain your weight over this Christmas period. So tracking your food and drink on a daily basis it's going to really help you, stay on track with your calorie target. And the reason I say drinks here as well is because people then sometimes forget about tracking, drinks like alcohol and soft drinks, because these things as well have calories in them, liquid calories, and the likes of coffees as well. So it's essential that you track both food and drink, and then that means you're more likely then going to stay within your calorie target, which is then going to keep you on track and keep you in, get you into that shape that you want to be in over the Christmas period. Then the next one then is plan social events in advance. So like if you have a Christmas party, say on the 17th of December, then that means then that week before, you can essentially cut some of your calories throughout that week, maybe 200-300 per day, which means then you can spend extra on that social event. You can spend extra on that Saturday on the 17th. I don't even know if Saturday is the 17th of December, but the more you can plan in your social events, then the more then you can track and measure your calories leading up to that, so that you can then enjoy these events guilt-free. Then the next one is to get active in the morning. I know a lot of people after a long day of work and they come home in the afternoon, the evening time, and they're absolutely busted and they cannot be arsed, going for a walk or doing a workout. So the best thing to do is to get up in the morning, that extra 30 minutes earlier, and get yourself out and do a long walk, get some calories burnt and get yourself set up for the day. Or, go to the gym and do a 30 to 45 minute workout. And, it's going to set you up really good for the day. It's going to have, it means then you've burnt a few calories, and, it's going to make you feel better as well. Whenever you're eating your meals, if you opt for more higher protein foods, you're less likely then going to, snack, because higher protein foods keep you feeling fuller for longer. And then it means then you're not going to stick your hand in the biscuit tin or the sweet tin as much. And then that means you're going to stay within your calories that bit more, and you're going to, stay in great shape. And the likes of these foods could be like your lean meats, like your chicken breast, lean mince, there's Greek yogurt there, 0% fat Greek yogurt, whey protein, eggs, all these sorts of foods. So trying to get these incorporated into your diet, increasing these types of foods in your diet is going to help you stay on track that bit more as well. And then the next one, your meals as well, bulking up your meals with vegetables. These are lower calorie, high volume foods. If you can fill half of your plate with vegetables, it's going to help it's going to fill you up more. And again, then it's going to limit you, snacking on those sweets and biscuits and crisps. And then that means then that you're more likely to stay within your calorie target. And then you're going to be able to stay in great shape over the Christmas period. The next one then is number 6. And this is to push your breakfast back a bit later in the day. If you feel that you consume more calories in the evening time, or if you have that social event in the evening time, instead of having breakfast first thing in the morning, try pushing it back to, say, around 11 a.m. and having one big meal. And that's going to do you, instead of having, your breakfast and your lunch and your dinner, pushing it back to 11 a.m. then means you can have a bigger meal there, and that's going to do you for your lunch and your breakfast. And then essentially then you'll have saved a few more calories from the morning, and you can then spend them in the evening time on the extra bit of booze if you want at the social night out, or extra bit of food, whatever it is you want to spend it on. Then this is number 7. So opt for spirits instead of wine, rather than going for beer or cocktails. Spirits are lower in calories, and so is wine, rather than going for the higher calorie options such as your beer and your cocktails. I've actually got a bit more to explain to that on the next slide. And then the last one, this is quite a simple thing that you can do. It may actually seem so simple that it's stupid, but it actually really works so well. So it's, instead of having your box of Quality Street or Heroes sitting out on the desk, or like the biscuit tin sitting out on the desk or in the kitchen table, and try putting it in the highest cupboards in the kitchen instead. Because, if it's out of sight, then it's out of mind. Whereas if you have it sitting out, then you're more likely to grab a handful of sweets, you're more likely to grab a handful of biscuits. So putting them away in the cupboard, in the highest cupboard out of the way, is you're less likely then going to grab these things. And what you should do then is maybe put like fruit in a bowl and a big jug of water out instead. And you're going to go for these things, you're going to grab these things because they're sitting out. So I mentioned there about number 7, opting for your spirits and your wine instead of going for the cocktails and beer. And this is the reason why, because you're going to be able to save a ton of calories if you do so. So a half a white wine and half soda is only 60 calories. Whereas if you go for a strawberry daiquiri, it's 244 calories. So essentially you can have 4 half wine, half soda for the amount of calories in a strawberry daiquiri. And again, with your vodka and Coke Zero, it's 75 calories for a shot of vodka and Coke Zero. Whereas your pint of Heineken there, a pint of beer, is around 255 calories. So essentially, you can have 3 or 4 vodka and Coke Zero for the same cost of calories as your pint of Heineken. So these are some simple swaps that you can do whenever you're going on nights out. It's going to save you an absolute ton of calories over the Christmas period. So are you ready to take action over the Christmas period? Now, this is something that I don't post online. This is something that I don't post anywhere. And if you got this training and watched it the whole way to the 8th minute, then I know that you're somebody that is prioritizing getting in shape right now. Like, you're not just putting it off to Monday. You're not just putting it off until the new year, and then in 2025 down the line, you're still stuck in the same position. You're the type of person that is ready to take action right now. And what I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell anybody else. And this is an opportunity for 3 people. And if you click the button below, you'll be taken to my personal calendar, where you can book yourself in for a 30-minute no-pressure call, where we can talk about your goals, talk about what you want to change, and build a plan of action that is specific for you. And if you choose to work with me, I'm going to give you the ability to work with me for the rest of the year for free. When most people sign up with me, they work for 90 days plus. If you sign up with me for 90 days now, we will start immediately this week. But your official 90 days won't actually start until the 1st of January. So essentially, you will be getting these weeks up until the end of the year completely for free. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, click the button below and get your call booked in today. Thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch my training, and I hope you got lots of value from it. I hope that you have an absolutely incredible day, and we'll chat soon.